What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for popping into my review for Tron Legacy, the film celebrating its 15th anniversary, and Tron Ares is opening in less than a week. I've got a review for the original Tron up on the channel right now you can check out. It took quite a long time to get a sequel off the ground, and this film picks up the story and continues it with the Kevin Flynn storyline. You have Kevin Flynn's son, and by this time, his father has been disappeared and he vanished. Where did he go? Well, he's stuck in the grid. So one thing leads to another, and Sam Flynn is now on the grid, fighting for his life, reuniting with his father, and trying to make it to the finish line, to get to the portal, to get home. The film is not as good as the original Tron. I think that film isn't like a great movie, but I really loved that movie. I saw it for the first time the other night when I did my review for it. This film is a good sequel. It's not a bad sequel, it's a solid sequel. It's visually stunning, just as visually stunning as that first movie was. The colors are so vibrant throughout this whole entire film. So I was always visually engaged. The film is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who also directed this year's F1 and Top Gun Maverick. He really knows how to shoot a movie and make it look big. He could do planes, he could do, F1 race cars, he could do light cycles. The sequences in this movie are really spectacular. There's a lot of great action in this movie, and the editing I thought was terrific. And Daft Punk's score is absolutely phenomenal. And it's criminal that it wasn't nominated for Best Original Score that year, because it was. I'm listening to it. I'm like, wow, this score is like. I feel like I just want to get up and start moving. I mean, it's really powerful stuff. Even the emotional theme, like the theme to the film, that kind of wraps up on the bridge. That whole entire bridge sequence, just a beautiful piece of filmmaking, I thought. You have Kevin Flynn going up against himself, basically, this version that he created from the first film, the clue profile that the MCP was able to not let in. The story gets extremely crowded. And I think my biggest issue with the film is it takes itself a little too seriously. There's hardly any humor in this movie, which isn't a bad thing, but from the first film, and what's such a lightheartedness to it, but an intensity and an entertainment value. There was a threat there with the Sark character and the MCP. This, you have Jeff Bridges going against Jeff Bridges, and it works for most of the time. I thought the effects were decent on him for the majority of the film. There's a shot towards the end when he's trying to get into the portal right before he gets sucked away. That looked a little CG to me, but the rest of the effects for him and the de-aging of him, I thought were okay. I think Tron Legacy is a little slow at points. There's a lot of times when you have to be caught up on the storyline and the plot and what's going on and who this new Quora character is. It leads to a pretty great action sequences, and the stakes are high, and she gets her arm chopped off in the scene. But it just took a little while to get things moving. You'd have really good action followed by, a 10-minute lull of storytelling. Good acting. I was into the story. I loved the character dynamic between father and son. I think Garrett Hedlund is great, and I think Jeff Bridges is also actually terrific in this film. So now in Tron Ares, as we see from the trailers of the film, all the visuals and stuff from the grid are starting to come into the real world. So how does that happen? Who does it? I'm assuming it's not Clue. And what about Tron in this film? I mean, Tron totally gets sidewashed, trashed in this film. I mean, if you were excited to go to see a Tron movie and, have him mentioned a few times and then realize that he's the masked villain for half the time, and then he has a quick moment of redemption. I fight for the users. I mean, it's a great line. I love to hear Tron say that, but that's all. It's like, oh, we have to add Tron in this film. He felt irrelevant, and that's, I guess, my biggest disappointment with it, because I really like the Tron character. So We'll see what happens in this next movie, but for this movie and how it wrapped up, I liked how it wrapped up for the characters. I'm going to give Tron Legacy 4 out of 5, the same score I gave that first movie. You know, I like them both a lot for very different reasons. This is a much darker film. So overall, I think I like the original more, you know, but this is still a really well made film. It's different, but it's really well made and well done. My review for Tron Ares will be up this coming Thursday night. You guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at Ranking72 and Instagram at KingArises131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Tron Legacy. And until next time, over and out.